welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find something that you like. This is a Flosstube video, which means that this is where I share my cross stitching, and sometimes I have quilts to show. Today's just cross stitching, but it's my little corner of the internet where I like to show what I'm working on with everyone in the community. So I hope you find something that you like, and let's just dive right in. So it has been an entire 2 months since I have last talked with you guys. So I did want to come on and give an update and a life update at the end of the video. I will show all of my stitching first, just in case if you're not into that, then you can just dip out. So let's go ahead and get right into my stitching. I have some fully finished objects to show. I have some finishes. I have new starts and whips. So I have a little bit of everything. And then I have just the tiniest bit of haul and plans. And then, like I said, I'll do my talking at the end of a life update. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. And with my FFOs. So FFO stands for fully finished object. And I have quite a bit of them. So it means that when you are completed stitching, you completely finish it and decorate your piece. So the first one, in no particular order, is Meet Me at the Pumpkin Patch by Stitching with Housewives. And this is what mine looks like. So I stitched this on a 14 count black Aida with the called for DMC. And I finished this with a piece of batting on a piece of sticky board. And then I just got this little wood piece from Walmart. I have the information right here in case if you wanted to get it. But that's Meet Me at the Pumpkin Patch by Stitching with the Housewives. Let's see here. Cute. Okay, let's keep that there. And then up next, I have, I think it's called Floral Ghost Face by Black Waltz Stitching. And this is what mine looks like. Let's see here. There we go. So I stitched this on a 18 count white Aida that I dyed neon green using the called for DMC. Finished this with batting and two pieces of sticky board that I glued together. And then put some cording, already done cording that I got from, I think, probably Walmart around, and just tied it on the end. I'm not too concerned with the presentation because this will eventually go on a Halloween tree. So you won't even see this little pieces right there. But that's Floral Ghost Face by Black Waltz Stitching. That one was a lot of fun. I did this in literally like 3 hours. It was so easy to do, so easy. And I'm thinking about making one for my sibling too, because Scream is also their favorite movie. So I'm thinking about making one for them for Christmas. All right, let's put that one right there. Perfect. That's where it was before I had started filming my video. Up next, I have a set of 3 patterns that is one big piece. So these are Halloween Dapper Doodads by Stitching with the Housewives. I'll go over each one individually, but this is what they look like. So I stitched these within a span of, I think, 2.5 weeks. I took these when I was in office and when I was training at work. And I'll go over each one. This one is October 31st. Using a 14 count white Aida that I dyed charcoal gray with the called for DMC. This one's Happy Halloween by Stitching with the Housewives. Same fabric and floss. And this one is Trick or Treat. Same fabric and floss. And I finished this on with batting, sticky board, and then a piece of fabric that I had in my stash for each one. I wanted to make them uniform. I have them with some magnets on the back, so that way they just stick on, and they can be interchangeable for the seasons, because I plan on doing some more Dapper Doodads the same way. And then I actually got this wood piece from the dollar store, Crafter Square dollar store item, a long time ago. I don't know if they still have it. I got it in the spring. If they do, they might have it around the springtime again. But those are my Dapper Doodads. Now I have to figure out how I want to store this for the video. Okay. All right. And then that was all that I had for FFOs. Now I'm going to move on to my finishes. I have a couple finishes to show. I have 3 of them. The first one is one that I actually just literally got done not even like 10 minutes ago. I was stitching it while I was working. I'm on my lunch break. I don't think I never say what day it is. Today is Friday the 11th. I finished this. I started this yesterday, and I finished it literally 10 minutes ago before I went on lunch. And this is Let's Watch Scary Movies by Black Walt Stitching. So I wanted this to match my ghost face over there. So I stitched this on the same color fabric. You can see it a lot better right here. But it's the same 18 count white Aida, dyed neon green. And then I used a stash conversion DMC. It only called for, I think, like 6 colors. So I just pulled what I had from stash. And I'm going to finish it, I think, as a flat fold, just kind of gonna go around, do some cording like how I did with that one around it. But I think I'm going to finish it as a flat fold. So that one was Let's Watch Scary Movies by Black Walt Stitching. Up next, I have, what is it called? It's called Strawberries in Summertime, I believe. I'll put it up right here, what it's called, but it's by Happiness is Cross Stitching. And this was one let me show you it first. So this is what it looks like. So this was one that I was supposed to do. If you follow me on Instagram, back in the month of June, Marjorie from Marjorie Made was hosting a SAL for the Strawberry Moon SAL that was happening. And this was one I was supposed to stitch, but I had kind of lost my stitching bug in the month of June. So this, I did not get it done in the month of June. I got it done in, I think I did this in August, like right after my last whip update that I did. I started this one, and this only took me a few days to do. I loved doing it. I thought it was so cute. I'm really upset I didn't get it done in the month of June for the SAL, but now that I have it done, I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I don't know if I want to finish it in just like a little frame or what. I have some frames that probably could work. I don't want to make it a flat fold, but I'm just a little unsure of what to do. But I really like this one. I called for DMC, and then it's a 28 count tea-dye Monaco for the fabric. And this is stitched 2/1. I don't know if I've been saying that. The last couple projects were just stitched 2/1. This is stitched 2/2 because it's 28 count. My mistake. But that's that one. That one was a lot of fun to do. That one still only took me a couple days to do too. And then I think this is my last finish that I have, is Boo by Hello from Liz Matthews. And this one I am so excited to show you guys. So let's take a look at it. So I stitched this on a 32 count vintage country Lugana, and I used a full Fancy Floss conversion, my first ever full floss conversion for Fancy Floss. I used Classic Colorworks, and then 1 Week's Dye Works. And let's take a closer look. I absolutely love how this turned out. This turned out so good. I love, love, love the variegation in this big orange right here. It's just so pretty. So pretty. And I love the little cats. I'm going to finish this exactly how Liz Matthews finished it, in a pillow with the same trim around. I just have to order everything. And then this is, I'm going to use this piece of fabric for another size. I just use this little square right here on a fat quarter. So I still have plenty of fabric left. And that was Boo from Hello from Liz Matthews. And then up next, I have a ton of new starts. Like, I didn't just show you a whole bunch of new starts. I have more. Those were starts and finishes. I have more new starts. So I guess let's just get right into it. So I'm just pulling from my bags, and I actually want to show you guys the project bags that I make. I never show them. I only show them if I have like a shop update or something like that. So I make all of my project bags if they're not in just a mesh project bag. And I want to just show what I've been doing. So this one is Christmas Cuckoo Clock by Tiny Monorist. It lives in a elf bag. I can't show the front because I have the pattern right there, so I can't show the front, but that's what that looks like. And then this is, if I can pick it up here for a second, where I am. So I am not far at all on this. The first part of the sal came out on September 1st. I started stitching it on September 1st, and that's how far I have gotten. So not far at all. This fabric is gorgeous though. This is a 14 count fabric flare. What is it? Gray fairy dust. Very, very pretty. Part 2 of the sal has already came out. That came out on the 1st of October. So I am way, way, way behind, as you can see. I was using this as my pick-a-whip for August, which was the prompt was a new start. So I did a 2-in-1 with the sal and the pick-a-whip. And then I just kind of fell off of it. I put in this much stitches for the 2 weeks of pick-a-whip, and then I just kind of fell off of it. I'm hoping to pick this up more as the winter time comes. I definitely won't have it done. I know I won't have it done by the winter time, but when all the parts come out. But I'm hoping to get at least the middle of the clock plus a little extra done is what I'm kind of hoping to do. Not big goals on this. This is going to be a more year project, a multi-year project probably. I'm going to work on it more next year, and then probably the year after, next year, I have really big plans for myself, which I will go over more at the end of the year, but this will get more love, hopefully a little time in the winter. So that was Christmas Cuckoo Clock by Tiny Monorist. Okay. Up next, I have another new start. This one lives in a little mitten toe bean project bag. And all of my project bags are vinyl fronted. The ones that are not vinyl fronted, I'll show you the front of them. But this one is Hometown Holiday Sampler by Lori Holt. And then this is where I am. So this is stitched on a 28 count white Monaco that I dyed camel or taupe, one of those two. I can't remember which one, but this is what it has. This beautiful modeling on it. For one, it's gorgeous. I love it, and I thought it would look just so good with this sampler style. And then the thread I'm using, I am using all of the called for DMC except for the main red right here, which is, what is it? It's one that I dyed myself from my last couple of videos. I followed the Thread Gremlins how to dye thread video, and I just used red dye, and that's how it came out. It's super pretty. Goes really well with the rest of the colors here, I think. Gorgeous. But I was using this as my, I was trying to put 2 strands a day on it. Kind of fell off once October hit, but for a good part of September, I was putting in 1 or 2 strands a day. So I got decent progress. I'm hoping to put in more progress again as the winter time comes, because this is a winter piece. So that was Hometown Holiday by Lori Holt. Let me just put it back in the bag here real quick. Okay. Up next, I have another new start. My bag is falling. One moment. Okay. Up next, I have another new start. This is from the Hello Spring book by Teresa Kogut. And let me see if I can show you the pattern without showing the pattern. Okay. This is called Buzzing of the Day. I am obsessed with it. And I actually have a funny story about this one. So let me show you what it looks like first. Insert SpongeBob meme here. So this one was, again, lots of fun to do. I've been dying to stitch this since I have gotten this book. I didn't know this was, when I got the book, I didn't know this pattern was in the book. And when I saw it, I was like, why is that not the cover pattern? I love this. I love this pattern so much. The big, like, did you see? Let me just show you again, in case if you didn't see. But that just big, thick border on the bottom, that full coverage border. Someone who doesn't do full coverage, yeah, I love that. I love it. I love everything about this. Love it so much. So I was super excited to start this. The funny story is that it kind of was like that SpongeBob meme that I'm talking about, because I was supposed to be writing a paper for her school, and I was procrastinating and procrastinating, and I'm like, you know what, I should really write this paper. Let's do a new start instead. So I picked this up and kitted it up and started it instead of writing my paper. But all's well that ends well. I got a 9 out of 10 on my paper, so that's good. Again, all's well that ends well. But this is it was so much fun. This is stitched on, what is it stitched on? This is stitched on a 32 count platinum Belfast linen. And I am using all of the called for DMC. And again, that's Buzzing of the Day by Teresa Kogut. All right. Up next, this one lives in a little spooky project bag that I made. This one was actually my very first project bag that I made. Very excited about it. I still love it. I still use it, of course. So if you watched my last video at all, sorry, nose itchy. So if you watched my last video at all, you saw that I got some haul from eBay. And that was like Coca-Cola patterns, because my stepmother really loves vintage Coca-Cola, like everything Coca-Cola. So I got this book here, was one of the books that I had purchased off of eBay. And I'm stitching this one right here for her. And so this is where I am. I am not far at all. So this is just stitched on a 14 count fiddler's cloth when I'm using a stash conversion DMC. I think it only calls for 5 colors, so I'm just stashing it up. And I just got the top of the present done. So nothing much. What I am going to do though is, you see how it's like all green around? I'm just doing the Coca-Cola, the box, and then the red around, the red circle. And I'm going to finish it as like a little like ornament. Where's my finger? How that one is. I'm sorry guys, my nose is like really itchy. It's like that Flosstuber nose itch that everyone talks about. It's getting me today. All right, and so that one, yeah, let me show you again. Again, I don't have much done, but that's what it looks like. All right. I'm getting a big pile over here. Okay, so up next I have, this one lives in a Urban Chicks project bag that I did from their Halloween collection. This one is called, I don't think I have the name of it, but it's a, I think it's called Pumpkins for Sale Sassy Stripper by Stitching with the Housewives. And this is where I am. So I am not very far on this one. I took this one to work with me last week when I was there in office for a couple days. I only got 1 day's worth of stitching on this when I was in office. So this is what I got. I hope to stitch more of this this month, within the next couple weeks. So that way I can have it for November and fall. This is stitched on a 28 count T-dye Monaco with the called for DMC, 2/2. I'm really bad at saying the 2/2 or 2/1 or whatnot. Any linen that I have, like 32 count, I do that 2/2. So that Teresa Kogut one is 2/2. Monaco, I always do 2/2. So the Hometown Sampler is 2/2. And then the Coca-Cola one is 2/1, since that's a 14 count. So now we're caught up. So this is what this one looks like. And then I got two more new starts to show. Bear with me. No, I only have one more. I have one more. So this is my last new start. This one is, I cannot for the life of me remember how to pronounce the shop name. So I'll just put it right here. But this is what it's supposed to look like. I love it. And this is where I am. Again, not very far. I like to start things and not finish them apparently. But this is stitched on a 18 count aquamarine Ada. I dyed it myself. And I'm using the called for DMC. So I just have a little bit of the border and then just a little bit of that sun going on. And then little stitches so I can mark the top of my fabric, of course. Because sometimes you don't know. Especially if they're like this, because I just had the border on. It's not any of those yellow stitching, so I wanted to mark the top of it. But anyway, and this is going to be for my best friend for Christmas. Hoping to get it done by Christmas. And they are obsessed with frogs. So anything frogs, I try to stitch for them. I send them their way. They love frogs. So frogs are their favorite animal. So I always stitch something frogs for them when I can. All right. All right, that is all for my new starts. Now let's get into my whips. All right, first up I have We're Made for Each Other by the Witchy Stitcher. This is what it looks like. This is where I was last time. And this is one. I'm going to show you my project bag right now. So this is the project bag that I lives in. I made this myself out of the Hey Boo by Layla Boutique fabric with a Missouri Star fancy zipper. And then this is fabric I just got from Joann's with a little tag. Okay, now this is where I am. So I made a lot of progress since you last saw it, mainly on Frankenstein here. There's too much white over here, so I'm just kind of sticking with the greens. But anyway, this is stitched on a 28 count Mirage by, I want to say Picture This Plus. I don't know. I'll put it down here. I'm sorry. I don't know fabric companies and what they do, but this is a 28 count Mirage. I know that. I just don't know the company. I'm using the called for DMC 2/2. And this is for my best friend who just got married back in September. It was a Friday the 13th wedding, a spooky theme, and their theme was Frankenstein. I'll talk more about the wedding here in a little bit because I was in the wedding, so I want to talk about that because it was a lot of fun. But this is for them, her and my best friend and her new husband. And I love how this one is turning out. I love those greens in there. I love how it's turning out. I'm so happy with it. I just got to get some more progress on it. But that's We're Made for Each Other by the Witchy Stitcher. Up next, I have my only full coverage that I have, which is Mario Star World by FunkyMonkey. I found this pattern on a blog website, and I always link that down below in my description, just in case if you want to check it out. But this is where I am. So this is stitched on a 18 count white Aida 2/1 with the called for DMC. Right now, right here and right here, if you go over and meet them in the middle here, let me hold this a little differently. If you go over and meet them in the middle here, it marks 50 by 50. So I almost have a 50 by 50 square, which is 2,500 stitches. So I am so close. I probably have close to 2,500 because I have a little bit right here, but I just want to fill this part right in so that I can have a 2,500. Yep. So last time you saw it, I had just this moon and the fill-in done behind. And since I've added basically this entire section right here, and then of course over here, I've added quite a lot of stitches. I would say I've added a couple hundred. I mean, I just did 300 last night, so I've probably easily knocked out 1,000 since the last time you saw this. I would say, I don't know, I probably get a couple 300 stitches every time I pick it up, and I've picked it up a total of 3 or 4 times, so probably do have about 1,000 stitches in it since last time you saw it. But this is Mario Star World by FunkyMonkey. Love how this is turning out. Oh, and I made my own needle minder. That was in last couple of videos if you didn't see, but I just used a 18 count Aida, and I free-handed the mushroom myself. And I think it turned out super cute. Next, I have, let's see. Up next, I have Halloween Tiny Town. This is the project bag that it lives in, just something very small. Because it's a little small piece, Halloween Tiny Town. And I have a hanging thread here, so that's great. But this is by Heart in Hand. And this is where, let me put this on the board actually. Bear with me one moment. Okay. And this is where I am. So this is stitched on a, I don't know, a 32 count sand, maybe? I have to check. I'll put it down here. But I do believe it's a 32 count, but I'm using all of the called for floss, which is a combination of Weeks, Classic, and DMC. I'm hoping to get this done within the next couple weeks so that way I can enjoy it for Halloween and just have it up just a little bit. Just a couple days is all I'm asking. I gotta be halfway done. How far am I? Oh, I am more than halfway. So here is the halfway point. So I am more than halfway. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 things to do. 4 little motifs to do. So I could probably get this done soon. Yeah, but that's my Halloween Tiny Town. I love all of the Tiny Towns. I am obsessed with the Tiny Town. My husband knows I'm obsessed with them. And he's like, do they have an Easter one? And I'm like, no, but I think they should. Because that is an excellent idea. We don't really celebrate Easter, but I still like to decorate. But I think that one would be really cute for them to do. So Heart in Hand, do an Easter one. All right, up next I have Fractor Flowers by Kathy Barrick. That's what it's gonna look like. And I will put this one on the board, so bear with me one moment. Okay. So if you're like, Jamie, where did you add in? I didn't add a lot. I just added this bird. The little burb. The little burb. He's a cute little bird. But yeah, that was all that I did, was just that little bird. I'm using the called for DMC, and this is stitched on a, oh, what is it stitched on? I believe a 32 count Cream and Sugar, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I think a 32 count Cream and Sugar. But this one's a lot of fun. I'm stitching this one 2/2, like I said, with the called for DMC. I don't get to pull this one out a whole lot anymore. I used to pull it out every Sunday there for a little bit. Even if I was just getting like 50 stitches in, I'd pull it out. But now I am just so busy with homework and life. And right now I'm doing Halloween stitching because it's Halloween. So I want to do all of the Halloween things. And it's just not really, that fell to the backside. All right, up next I have Twirl and Trouble by Primrose Cottage. This was a restart that I had done in the beginning of the year. And then this is where I am. So since you last saw it, I finished out the candy corn, added the T and the bat, and then the double double. So not a whole lot. I'm trying for the month of October, I'm trying to do a one strand a day on this one. This sits by my bed, so my hope is, I've been pretty good with it so far, but my hope is that before I go to bed each night, just put in one strand real quick and then just go to bed. And I've been really good about it so far, actually. So that is that's Toil and Trouble by Primrose Cottage. I'm stitching this, this is stitched on a 18 count vintage, what is it? 18 count vintage, that's all it is, by Swigart. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And I'm using the called for DMC on that one. All right. Couple more. All right, up next I have, what is this one? Trick or Treat by Mistress of the Seams. This was supposed to be a test stitch that I was doing, fell to the wayside, unfortunately, so I couldn't keep up with the test stitching, but this is what mine looks like so far. So this one, it's cute. It's not my style anymore. I did start this when I had first started cross stitching, so it's not my style anymore, but I still really like it. I am doing a few things differently. I am leaving out the outermost border, the red border, and then the little like hearts around. I'm leaving that out because I just kind of want to get this done. It's been a WIP for over a year. It's not that big. It shouldn't be a WIP for over a year. So I'm trying really hard to get this one done as soon as possible. But this is stitched on the same 18 count neon green Ada that I red dyed with the called for DMC. Stitched 2 over 1. All right. This one is actually a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of fill-in. It's mainly all fill-in. If you see the photo, it's mainly all fill-in. But it's fun. But like I said, it's just not my style anymore. It's too cutesy. I like a little bit of like on the darker side, I guess, for cross stitch. More kind of like vintagey. I'm still kind of trying to figure out my style since I haven't been cross stitching for that long. So I'm still trying to kind of figure out what all that I like with things. All right, up next is Autumn on the Farm by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is where I am. So last time you saw this was in the beginning of the year for my WIP parade, and I only had this sunflower, a little bit of this barn, and down here. So since I have extended the white in the barn, and then let's go over here, I have added in a little bit of the wagon. I've reached the halfway mark right here on this piece. You can see where the fold is. That's the halfway mark. But I like this one. It was fun. I pulled this one just the other day just to kind of get some stitches in. And I just could not put it down. It was so much fun to do. It's very easy. Again, it's a lot of fill-in. This is stitched on a 25 count mushroom Lugana. And stitched with the called for floss, which is DMC and Classic Colorworks. And this is stitched 2 over 2. I had to look. 2 over 2 on 25 count. All right. And then let's see. I have one more. So I actually have another WIP. It's my round robin. I don't have it with me, so this is what it looks like. And then I'll show you where I got on it before I pass it off. I unfortunately did not finish my section of the round robin because of life going on. I was just very busy. Again, I know I keep saying I'll get into it later. I will get into it later. But life was just really busy with me, so I didn't get a chance to finish my section, unfortunately. But I did get Happy Mail, and I did get Rebecca from Beck Stitches Everything. I got her piece. And I know that you guys have already saw this on her channel, but I just wanted, sorry for the noise, I just wanted to come on and show because it is just, her stitching is impeccable. And I am so glad that I get to stitch alongside her because this stitching is so good. And it's gonna look, my stitching is not gonna look as good next to hers. I just know it's not. This is where she got. I love it. This fabric, the camera does not do it justice at all. It's a very pretty fabric. A muted purpley color. So pretty. But that's where she is. I got this last month. I have not put in any stitches on it yet, but I'm hoping to do my section here soon. I know all of the other girls that I'm doing with it. I'm doing it with Jill from Stitchin' Books, Rebecca from Beck Stitches Everything, and then Jill from Jen from Jen's Fiber Web. And they are planning a whole bunch of like different starts throughout the month of October, so we may not even get to it this month. I'm gonna try because I didn't get my section done, so I'm gonna try to put in at least probably starting here next week about 100 stitches in on it. All right, and then I do have, I think, just like one item of, so that was it for my stitching. If you only came for the stitching, thank you so much. Please leave me a needle emoji so that way I can know that you made it to this far in the video. And if this is all that you came for and this is where I leave you, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had a great time and you saw something that you like. Please leave me a comment if you so wish, and I will see you next time. All right, so now I'm going to move on to my haul. So I just have a little bit of haul. I'm kind of on a no buy right now. Again, life. But my mother-in-law actually won a contest from Fat Quarter Shop, and she won a lot of things, like a lot. And so she won the quilted snowman cross stitch that she gave to me. She won the hometown holiday sampler cross stitch that I'm doing, and then the quilt pattern. So she gave those to me, which was so generous and so nice of her. She does not cross stitch. She is a amazing quilter. My mother-in-law is, but she does not cross stitch. So she gave me the cross stitch patterns, and she said that the this one was one that she wouldn't probably do, so she gave it to me, which was so nice of her. So nice. I love my mother-in-law. All right, and then I got the pattern by the artsy housewife, Glenda's Garden. When I tell you, the first time I saw this, I gasped. It is so gorgeous. I love it. I got the called for thread. And then I even, when the pattern came in, I wanted to see the sizing for it so I knew how big I wanted mine. Unfortunately, I did not want to buy fabric for this because I'm on a no buy. So I was just dyeing fabric myself. So I dyed a piece of 28 count Monaco, and I'm going to use this for the pattern. So I wanted it to resemble Pumpkin King by Atomic Ranch a little bit, and I think I did a really good job. I actually like mine a lot. I really like the orangey colors. Oh, this is actually a better representation of what it looks like, so I'm just gonna keep that right there. So so this was a This was a lot of fun to do. I followed a tutorial from the Seattle Stitcher for her dye techniques. When she first did it, she posted on her Instagram, and so I kind of followed that. She also has a YouTube video I will link down below that I followed as well. So I'm going to use that for Glinda's garden. And then that is my haul and my cross stitch. And I think that's it. I think what's left is talk. So again, if this is where I leave you, thank you so much for coming, and hope you enjoy. Have a great rest of your day. All right, so I have been, like I said, absent for 2 months. It's been a whirlwind of 2 months. Last I saw you, I was getting ready to go to my cousin's bridal shower. She loved her gifts that I gave her that I showed in the last video. I showed the table runner that I made her, and then I showed the project bag, little makeup bag that I did. She loved both of them. My mama has actually commissioned me to make her a little makeup bag herself. So I'll probably be doing that for Christmas for her. But anyway, so I had that, the bridal shower, and then just some family things going on just a little bit after that, just some personal things. And then I've been with super busy with school. And then I had my best friend's bachelorette party. And then the week after that, I had my cousin's wedding. Week after that, I had my best friend's wedding, the one that I was in. And then week after that, I had my daughter's 4th birthday party. Then the following Monday, her 4th birthday that I took off work for. And then finals week at school, starting a new class. And then that's where we are today. So I am in my final week of my philosophy class. I had to think of what class I was taking. It's so hard, so hard. I don't know what I'm doing at all. I'll manage. But I am in my final week of my philosophy class, so I am really excited to get that done. And then my next class starts on this upcoming Tuesday, actually, which is the day after my birthday. My birthday is on Monday the 14th. I'm a Libra. I'm actually going out of town for my birthday with my sibling. We're going to Gatlinburg, just the 2 of us, and I'm super, super excited. We have not taken just a 2 of us vacation at all, so I'm really excited. For those curious, I am turning 29 on the 14th, and I do not have any stitching plans for my birthday. No sals, no nothing, because I have been so busy, and I am so busy. We leave on Sunday. We're just gone for a few days. We leave on Sunday, and then gone Monday for my birthday, come back Tuesday. So just a quick overnight trip, quick long weekend trip. And then Tuesday I start my new class, which is American History. I suck at history. It's a good thing I have a husband who reads textbooks for fun. Can you imagine? He's so silly. I love him. But anyway, so that's what has been going on in my life. And that's why I've been so busy. So everything, just life in general, this was just the easiest thing just to put on the back burner. And I have been trying to keep up with my updates on Instagram. So if I don't post here, I always post on Instagram. I am addicted to Instagram. So if you follow me, my name is Jamie Cruz _ on Instagram. And so please go follow me there if you like anything that you see. I post all of my cross stitching there and everything like that. I do use it for business and personal, so you will see some personal side. So if that's not your thing, completely understand, but that's what I use it for. But other than that, yeah, life has been lifing. Work has been working. Like I said, I've been in office quite not more than usual, but it seems like I've been more than usual, but I haven't been. I'm just more busy when I go into office. But other than that, life has been pretty good for me, besides just being busy for the most part. Oh, we did have a plumbing repair. So we had plumbing that had to be taken, repaired. Our entire bathroom had to be new pipes and everything that was very intense. People came for 2 days to fix everything, but we finally got it taken care of and fixed, and we have a full working bathroom, and that has just been such a blessing. But I will go ahead and leave you guys here. I am filming this while I am on my lunch at work, so I only actually have a few minutes left on my lunch at work, so I'm going to hop off here and get back to work. So if you enjoyed the video and you made it this far, leave me a celebration type emoji since my birthday is on Monday. All right, guys. So I hope you guys liked everything that you saw. Please leave me a comment if you so wish, and like the video if you wish as well. I hope to see you guys here shortly. I don't know when my next video is going to be, of course, but please stay tuned. All right, guys. See you guys later. Bye.